I wanted to read something that was pretty interesting. This article was from the Times of Israel by SCHWORTZ, June 7th, 2021. Synagogue in eastern Hungary to get facelift thanks to Jamie Lee Curtis. Visiting the town of Matazalka, the actress says she'll help raise funds to restore the building her grandparents once worshipped in, turn it into a community center celebrating arts. An abandoned synagogue in eastern Hungary is getting a facelift thanks to Hollywood actress Jamie Lee Curtis. On Sunday, the actress, who is currently in Budapest for the shooting of the upcoming film Borderlands, attended the pre-opening of a new memorial museum and cafe dedicated to her father, beloved American actor Tony Curtis, in the Hungarian town of Matazalka, 275 kilometers or 170 miles east of the capital. The museum contains photographs, film props, costumes, and memorabilia from Tony Curtis's life. It will open to the general public on the night of Museums June 26, when museums around the country throw open their doors to the public and offer a variety of programming through dawn. Tony Curtis was born Bernard Schwartz to Hungarian Jewish immigrants who had moved to New York from Matazalka. According to Hungarian media, the actor, who died in 2010 at the age of 85, visited his parents' former hometown several times. In an Instagram post for her 3.2 million followers, Jamie Lee Curtis wrote that the museum is located just down the street from the synagogue that my family worshipped in so long ago. Jamie Lee Curtis wrote this: "Today I represented my family at the pre-opening, opened June 26th, of the brand new Tony Curtis Memorial Museum and Cafe in Matazalka, Hungary, where my grandparents Helen and Emanuel Schwartz immigrated from. They have created a beautiful exhibition of images from his life, and they have costumes from his movies and his paintings and awards. It is just down the street from the synagogue that my family worshipped in so long ago. It is empty now, as the entire Jewish population was exterminated. But the building stands as a living tribute to those who lived there and continue to live there. And I have committed myself to partner with the mayor to raise needed funds from the local corporate and private community to refurbish and retrofit this extraordinary building as a community center for celebrations and art and music. Today would not have been possible without the following people, and I'm grateful for their friendship and warm welcome from my new friends in beautiful Matazalka." She then goes on to thank the Mayor of Matazalka, the President of the Hungarian Hollywood Council, the Deputy Mayor of Matazalka, the Deputy Mayor of Matazalka, another person, Director of Szatmári Museum, and Hungarian Hollywood Council, a couple of more people, the production manager, and theater, and mostly Tony Atterbury, who arranged their trip. Now, Curtis noted that the former synagogue, originally built in 1857, is empty now, as the entire Jewish population was exterminated. But the building stands as a living tribute to those who lived there and continue to live there. Curtis is committed to help raise funds to restore the dilapidated building and turn it into a community center for celebrations in art and music. That's what they stated above. What I'm going to say next is really interesting, and I'll tell you why. But the Jewish community of Matazalka numbered 1,555 people in 1941, representing over 15% of the town's population. In that year, the town's Jewish men were taken for forced labor. When the Nazis invaded Hungary in 1944, the Jews were rounded up and put on cattle cars to Auschwitz. In 1946, about 150 survivors had returned to Matazalka. Following the failed 1956 Hungarian Revolution against the occupying Soviet regime, many of the country's remaining Jews immigrated to North America or Israel. As of 1959, there were 98 Jews left in Matazalka. But listen to this. The Jewish community of Matazalka numbered 1,555 people in 1941. Why is that interesting? Because when the Lord gave me my book, The Almond Tree, Aaron's Rod, the Messiah King of Israel, there was no way I could have known that the exact day that my book would first be published was 5/5/15. And here you have 1555 in the number of people in that place. And my book's revealing the Messiah to the Jewish people. In 1941, that's how many people there were in that town. And the birth of my mother came in that year that they're talking about, that was the population in 1941. So that's two extraordinary, interesting connections. And plus, the conductor of my orchestra that I was a student under, his last name was also SCHWORTZ, with an A. And of course, in my book, when I have the SHROUD pictures, I got the pictures from the official SHROUD photographer from Stera. That was the group that studied the SHROUD in Turin, Italy in 1978, part of the STURP team. And Barry Schwartz is the photographer, and he spells his name with an O instead of an A. But I just think that that's really a couple of amazing connections there. And so I just wanted to tell this story because I thought it was really kind of an interesting story, and pretty sad that so many people were wiped out by evil people that had an agenda. And no evil will prevail, even though it seems like evil may win at first. They don't in the end. And God prevails, and His people will prevail forever. And salvation comes through the Jews, through the Messiah of Israel. Don't ever forget that. I think that's a really neat story. Thanks for listening. Thank you for supporting my channel, and I bless you in return. I hope you enjoyed this. So for now, signing out. Shalom.